Hello everyone, I am Jesse, or GameOverJesse as all of you may know me. Here with me is Rick, or RMFH Gaming. We're going to be doing a race through the Wind Waker HD. It's just going to be the two of us. I'm sure some of you have seen a couple of the episodes that the podcast, all of the members of the Highland Gamecast has done for Ocarina of Time. But this is going to be a little bit more personal, where it's a 1v1 with Wind Waker HD.
Yeah.
So we're sitting through the complete intro right now, and yeah, we're basically following similar rules to that which Zelda Dungeon used. That way it's not just a straight playthrough that almost everyone's done. Little obscure rules like capturing the pigs, or saving the pigs, however you want to look at it, getting some of the treasure chests, some of the rupees, and yeah. So Rick, for those who may not know about your channel, while the intro is going, why don't you go ahead and let them know what they can find on your channel?
Over on my channel, you can find, well, I'm expanding to more of a broad spectrum of gaming lore and walkthroughs. So basically, just gaming lore and walkthroughs. A lot of Zelda content. You can find a bunch of Zelda theories that Jesse has been on in the past, and things like that. Let's see, what do I got coming up? I'm working on a couple new top fives. One for Kingdom Hearts, one for Zelda, of course. And then I've also got a video on the Buster Sword from Final Fantasy coming up as well. But yeah, you can find a lot of gaming lore and walkthroughs over on my channel.
Nice. All right, so now we have, you can tell the darker side now is mine. And I did the best to kind of line these up. And I think it's pretty even, so you shouldn't have any moments to where someone's getting a head start or something. Okay. But yeah, some of you may have seen similar Let's Races, or whatever you want to call these. Verse Let's Play, speedruns, I don't really know the right thing to call them, but I didn't really get into them until... So Zelda Dungeon has done a few with their two main hosts, the owner of the website, Mossy's, and his friend, and then our friends, HMK and Zelda Master, have done some with Skyward Sword and Breath of the Wild. So we're finally starting. Alright, remember?
Here we go.
RMFH is on the left, I am on the right. So, let's hope my editing skills hold up for this. Oh, there's I never noticed the animations for the seagulls were different in that scene.
Oh, from the original?
No, like I thought it was like predetermined or whatever. Like yours had different seagulls around the arrow. Alright. I'm gonna turn the volume down on this a little bit.
Okay.
Don't want to get one of those copyright claims. Which is really bad for Europe. So how well do you think you did?
Well, seeing as I went and got more rupees, probably I didn't fare as well. How far did we go up to, or did you edit up to, if you don't mind me asking?
So it ends as soon as we get shot through the cannon.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the part with, was it Nico? I totally screwed up on, and that's most likely where you got me.
All right, so I just had a huge mess up jumping off of the bridge there by accident, but you stumbled with the ladder, and you were going straight to the house here to get the chest, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm running to, I think I'm getting the tunic first, so I might have to do a bit of backtracking.
yeah, I decided it was probably best to go this route, but then I did that for no reason. That lost me a little bit of time there, jumping up on that post for no reason.
All right, so now you're going for the pigs right after.
Mm-hmm. Getting all the busy work out of the way.
Yeah, to be honest, through my original playthroughs when this was on the GameCube, I never knew that there were like hidden chests underneath Grandma's house or anything.
Neither did I.
I didn't even know about I knew the pigs were there. And I may have known that there was a character that asked for the pigs, but I never really paid attention to it. This is just a callback to the Kuko lady that usually appears in the games.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I knew about the pigs from my first playthrough, but one of them gets huge. I think it's the black one. Where is it? I think it's coming up after this. I'm gonna grab it, but that one ends up getting really, really big later on.
Yeah. All right, so I'm running around to get the rupee. A little bit of a mess up there. I forgot how to crouch down, because in Ocarina of Time, which was the last game that I played through, you just tap the A button and he does it automatically. In this one, you have to manually crouch down and then go.
The thing that frustrated me most about the pigs is like when you run up to them, the same button that's laid out for A is for like rolling and everything, and the same button that's laid out to pick things up is A. So you end up rolling when you go pick up the pigs. If you're if you're trying to run forward after them. That's where I messed up the most.
Yeah.
Honestly, in Outset Island, I think.
So, I think I'm headed to... I don't know if I... Oh, I'm getting the rupees here. Okay. So I know I didn't get all of the rupees. I didn't know if we were meant to or not.
See, I didn't know either, so I just grabbed them.
Okay.
Anyways. I guess it could just, be... we don't have to do it, I guess. Because they're going to be all over the place throughout this playthrough. So
yeah, well, I think that's just for the beginning Outset Island, the rupees, because there's not really too much to do, and if you just like did everything that you're required to do, it would just be a quick 5-10 minute video. So, and then now you're headed for the rupee under the house.
Yeah, still haven't gotten the tunic.
Do you think Errol should, not necessarily Errol, but do you think more Links should have, like, brothers or sisters throughout the series? What are your thoughts on that?
It gives a cool dynamic to it. That's one of the things that I liked about Wind Waker, was that you were going after your sister. You're not really, you're not going to go save Zelda or anything like that at first.
Yeah. And Zelda's actually helping you save your sister.
Exactly. So it took a whole new spin. I mean, the whole game is a whole new spin on the Zelda series as it was anyways, just with the aspect of it being on the open water and not in a land with a horse and all that stuff. They really changed it up for Wind Waker.
Yeah.
Something I enjoyed.
I don't know if you noticed, but I had a bit of trouble with the telescope trying to get a view on the bird.
Oh, I think I had the same problem. Something similar.
Oh, you named yours Speed. I almost forgot about that.
Yeah. Help differentiate my files. I normally will just name it Link. I'm one of those people.
Yeah. So, this drop... realistically should have just killed Zelda or Tetra, like falling that high.
Even with the tree the branch grabbing her or whatever.
Yeah. All right, so now we both have the tunic here. If I would have had a completed playthrough, it would have been cool to do like one being like the normal look for Link, and then the other one being like the New Game Plus or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, with the with the pajamas.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wish I would have had a save file for it, but I don't, honestly. I'd never fully beat HD, Wind Waker HD again. I stopped. Other games were out.
Alright, so now I'm going for the pigs.
Going for the pigs.
Yeah,
I just got the rupees.
Do some Metal Gear Solid sneaking, crawling towards them.
And now I think I'm going to go get the telescope now.
Yeah. So, watching this back and not having to think in the moment, so just viewing it and kind of thinking outside of playing it, you would think there would be a lot more protection or security for like all of the Bond girls, because if there's a giant bird going around kidnapping all of the blonde kids, right, you would imagine that, you know, they'd be like, okay, well, how about we just not have people going outside, or if there are blonde girls on the island, then have some security or something where there's like a soldier with a giant harpoon or something.
Yeah, what about the pig lady? She could have gotten like swooped up too.
Yeah.
You would think with the Rito flying around delivering people's mail and stuff, they'd have some type of like caution system for the other islands that could warn everyone of these types of things going on, but I guess they all just don't talk to each other.
Yeah, especially
except for the Rito people.
This Rito here that apparently is very clueless, because like he just flew in from that direction and there's a bird like not far behind him with the ship chasing after the giant bird. So you would imagine that Rito would have noticed something.
I'm sure the Helmrock King like preys on the Rito, dude.
Yeah.
It's got to be either that or he feeds on fish. I don't know, but
yeah. So did you find yourself constantly just tapping A or B as fast as you could through all of this?
Yes. I'm pretty sure you can skip these cutscenes, I think, in the newer one, but for the sake of the let's race in it, you know, being fair and all that stuff, I decided not to do that.
Yeah.
Same with like the opening.
So I think we've gotten the same amount of rupees so far. Yeah, because we both have 196. So we've both done all of the same stuff. And
yeah, then I think
we're both making our way to the sword house. What are your thoughts on the upside down Triforce on all of the doors here?
You know,
because they had those in Majora's Mask on the statues with the tongue would dip down and then the upside down Triforce on it. But I think that was more intentional because Termino is kind of the reverse or opposite of Hyrule. But with this, like, they still have the upside down Triforce. So what do you think that is?
I honestly, I don't know. I think it's just one of their symbols that they used, you know, for the island. I mean, it could signify this is an area where, you know, obviously the hero of winds was born on Outset Island. So, I mean, maybe it's to signify something to do with previous heroes. We all know that they're not technically blood related, the hero of wind and the hero of time. So
yeah,
there's really no way to connect the two. But I don't know, honestly. I'd have to do a theory on it.
Yeah.
Maybe sometime. Maybe have me and you collab on a theory doing something on Outset Island and the upside down Triforce here. I think you beat me there, though.
Yeah, I got lucky. So, like, I may have had a small advantage because I had this was my second playthrough, because the first time I went through and I didn't get the pigs or anything. I just did a normal playthrough. And when I was editing the videos together, I was like, wait a minute, why is his like twice as long? And then I noticed you going through and getting the pigs and everything, so I was like, okay. And then I went back and did it, so where everything was kind of fresh. So there was a rupee that I clearly skipped on the back of that building.
That one too, I think.
Okay. So I think we did end up getting the same amount of everything.
Oh, no, wait.
You got the gold rupee.
I go and get this one. I got this one. But, I mean...
And then you get the one on top there. Or do you skip it?
Nope, I left. I don't know if I go back to get this one over here, though. We'll see.
So where are you headed to?
I got some time to catch up on right there. Oh, yeah, I go under the house.
Okay.
Or under this up here. Did you get that one?
No.
Okay.
There's
I think there's only one.
Quite a few rupees that I skipped.
Green rupee.
So how do we want to do this? Do you want to like knock off 1 second for every rupee, or?
Nah. We'll just continue from here, and we just won't go after all of the rupees. We don't even have to get them, I don't think.
Well, the rupees were the only, like, it was only necessary on this first part, because all the other areas, like, if we're following the Zelda dungeon method, because they had some pretty creative stuff, but
we'll just continue forward from here and just leave that. It's fine. It's really not that big of a deal. A second or so. I need to get like a tripod for my camera, so it's not.
Do you not just like have it sitting on top of your
I have it on top of my screen, but it makes it look like I'm not looking at the camera when I'm looking down at the screen.
So there's a lot of people. I don't know if you've gotten these same comments, but there's a lot of people that they'll go to specifically the video that I have that's like the top 10 worst things that Zelda's ever done. And there's a few things on the video of Tetra. And there's people that'll comment, they'll be like, well, that's not Zelda, that's Tetra. And me and tons of other people reply to it, and I'm like, okay, well, one, the game, like, you literally see her dressed as Princess Zelda, like, towards the end of the game. The King of Hyrule calls her Princess Zelda. Ganondorf calls her Princess Zelda. The books, like Hyrule History and everything, calls her Princess Zelda. The pamphlet guide thing that comes with it, I believe, also calls her Zelda. And the people who literally created the game calls her Zelda. Yeah. So you have the game itself, the characters in the game, the books about the game, the people who made the game, all calling her Zelda. She even calls herself Zelda after she finds out. And it's like, there's still people, it's like, wants to argue, and it's like, but that's not Zelda, that's Tetra. And I'm like, no, it's the same person. It's like saying it's not Sheik, that's Zelda, or that's not Zelda, that's Sheik, or that's not Link, that's Wolf Link. It's ridiculous.
I get comments like that, very similar in a few of my other videos. Just gotta shake your head.
Yeah.
That's all you can really do.
So do you think Tetra here, do you think she's 10 just due to naturally being out selling around, or do you think that has something to do with possible Gerudo origins or something? Because in the game before this, Majora's Mask, all of the Gerudo are pirates.
It's very possible. It's very possible. The Gerudo are pirates in Termina. If Zelda, I don't know. I mean, have we established whether Zelda Zelda always reincarnates in the same bloodline, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
So
but
that
like,
would mean
could cross
that
with Gerudo.
would have had to cross with some type of Gerudo eventually, some ancestor of Zelda in the royal family's bloodline, somewhere down the road. Whereas Link, the spirit of the hero, can always go into a different, person at any point in time. With Zelda, I guess, yeah, it could. It's very possible. Maybe if she went into Termina looking for Link or something.
Yeah. Well, like not just that. Just I mean, like naturally.
Well, this is the
over time,
the adult
the Gerudo,
timeline.
Just, but yeah, like over time, the Gerudo, like every land of Hyrule was flooded over, so. Like, the Gerudo homeworld would have been completely gone, so it would have made sense for them to just go out and, like, mingle with everyone else.
Yeah.
So,
with Ganondorf gone and everything, too.
Yeah. The scene, I just want to bring it up really quick, but the scene where Link was chasing after Errol, where they were up next to that bridge, he is one of the stupidest moments Link ever has, where he almost kills himself by falling. Like, he does fall off the cliff. If Tetra wasn't there, then he would just be dead. The game would be over. Like, there's no hero.
I think there's even a picture of Tetra's mom, or Zelda's mother, in the ship and everything. Is she tan as well?
I'm not sure.
I don't recall.
I know what you're talking about though, because there's it hints towards all of the royal family or the royal guards or whatever being like the people in the picture are the parents of the people that's in the crew.
There could also, it also could have been easy way for the royal family to hide Zelda amongst the people of the Gerudo tribe. That would have been a really good idea for them to do so then Ganondorf wouldn't eventually find out where she is if he was able to ever free himself.
Especially if he's looking for blonde girls. If like the bloodline continues through the Gerudo, then there's the chance that Zelda could always just have the red hair instead of the blonde hair. Like, there's Zeldas and Links that have both had blonde and brown hair. So, what are your thoughts on the theory of Link and Malon being the grandparents or great-grandparents of the Link from Twilight Princess? Like, we know confirmed that the hero of time is the great whatever of the Twilight Princess Link, but you don't necessarily know who he had the family with, but it's implied that it's Malon because of growing up with the ranch hand and everything.
I think it's
working on the farm and stuff.
A very plausible theory. That, and it's just the ranch, everything that goes along with that theory just falls into place. I think that's what the developers had in mind. Not from the beginning, but from when Twilight Princess went forward. For the most part, they wanted to wrap up, I think, the Ocarina of Time portion.
Yeah, Link here, I don't know, like, it's implied this is the first time that Link's, like, stepped away from his family.
This one?
Yeah. Like, he's leaving or whatever for the first time. So I fell there. I'm trying to redo it. I hope that doesn't take away. Did you fall on yours?
I think I did once. I think. I know I used to always have a problem with this when I was younger, and it's not even that it's hard. It's the way the camera used to work on the GameCube, and like they've kind of refined it a little bit in the HD version, but it's still garbage.
Yeah. So the reason I was bringing up the whole Malin thing is there's the other theory that Malin's like part Gerudo because of
oh yeah, I heard about that one. Yeah.
The implications from when Link's wearing the Gerudo mask talking to her dad.
Mm-hmm.
So if you believe that theory as well as the theory of Link and Malin having a family, then like if you put those two theories together, it would mean that Link in Twilight Princess is part Gerudo, which I always thought was kind of interesting.
That could give credence to his strength, man. I mean, like, yes, he's also a ranch hand, but that Twilight Princess Link has a lot of physical strength.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess that could come from his Ordonian heritage and all that stuff too. Because the guy, the mayor from Ordon Village, used to like wrestle the Gorons.
Yeah.
And whatnot. So I guess they're physically strong, but having him mixed with the Gerudo, and the Gerudo males are known to be physically strong. I mean, look at Ganondorf, for instance.
Yeah. Then Link in Ocarina of Time, his strength comes from the different gauntlets and stuff that he gets.
Mm-hmm. Normal Hylians aren't that strong, so.
Yeah.
Well, unless you're counting Skyward Sword Link, which I guess he's pretty beefy for a Hylian, even though he's short.
So I noticed like neither of us did constant rolling through the game.
No, I normally don't, just because the noise is annoying, but
yeah.
It really doesn't matter in this aspect, so I guess I'll start doing that a little bit more. I did try to use the Z targeting to get over like platforms and stuff a little bit, but that's like the extent of my speedrun knowledge for this game. I know there's a way that you can like glitch it to where you can swim across the whole ocean all the way to Dragon Roost, I think.
Yeah, that's crazy. I was watching, there's a video series that goes over like the evolution of speedruns through certain games. So they talk about like whenever people would first speedrun and then they would find a certain glitch and then someone finds another glitch and just how it evolves. And it gets pretty crazy the way that people manage to break the games. So this is where I ended mine.
Okay.
And I think you end yours around the same place. So
wow. You beat me by a good amount.
Well, I did, but I didn't get all of the rupees. So, which you skipped some of the rupees too.
Yeah, I did.
Do you want to just call this one a tie, I guess, and start it off even?
No.
No.
We'll go based off the timing that we got right now, and then
I don't know if I feel that great about that though.
It's okay.
Right,
it's all good.
What are we doing for the next one then? We have Forsaken Fortress. Is there anything special we want to do, or do we just want to do a straight playthrough, get all of the close out all of the light towers, get all the chests?
Mm-hmm. I think that'll work. Just all the stuff that's required to beat the dungeon, and just make sure we open up all the chests that are there.
Yeah.
That's it.
I like the second time that you come to this area, because it's like the first time you get there, you're stuck without basically any weapons and you have to sneak around, and then the second time you come, you're like, not only do you have your sword, but you have a bunch of other items, and you just go through and wreck house.
Mm-hmm.
But
the thing that I liked about this portion was the fact that they like beefed up the sneaking element that they had from Ocarina of Time.
Yeah.
So, it goes from just, cutting corners in the garden to actually hiding inside of a barrel and having the AI smart enough to realize that there's somebody in the barrel and burning it if they see it moving. You know, that was so awesome seeing that as a kid growing up.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. It actually is the same. I never thought about it like that, or similar to Ocarina of Time, where you're sneaking around the castle garden and the guards are there. And I guess they have do they have anything like that in Twilight Princess? I know in not Spirit Tracks, Skyward Sword, they have the Spirit Realm or the Silent Realm. I forgot what it was called, but there's the guards that, like, if they see you, then it's like basically game over. The Silent Realm Trials.
The Wolf Link thing, where you had to be Wolf Link and then you had to sneak into Thelma's bar.
Oh yeah.
And there's a couple other missions like that, but few and far between for that one.
All right, so the video's over. Are we gonna try to make this a weekly thing?
Yeah, definitely.
All right, so
definitely.
What's after the Forsaken Fortress? That would be
I think it's what is it? Windfall Island is where you go to after that.
So do we want to we'll separate the episodes, obviously. Like Forsaken Fortress will be its own thing. Windfall will probably be its own thing. But do we want to go ahead and record like both sections, or do we just want to do like one at a time, or how do you want to do this?
It doesn't matter to me, honestly. We could record both sections at once. And get them out of the way. Yeah. So they're recorded.
All right, because that way we wouldn't have to have to, do it once every week. You can just if you just want to play it to record it, get it done, then we can do that, and then that way if there's like a week where you're busy, where I'm busy, and we don't have time, we already have the footage recorded, and after we record the footage, it's just doing this, which is not very hard. You just got to cut out 30 minutes of the day. But yeah, that was pretty great. I kind of wonder who would have won if we would have had a more stricter rule set, but just to be the villain here, I guess I will accept my cheating victory. But yeah, everyone that's watching in the comments below, let us know what you thought about all of this, and of course, go check out RMFH's channel, or if you're watching on his channel, come check out mine.
Yeah, go check out Jesse.
Yeah, and let us know what dungeon or what section of this Let's Play you're most excited for. And if you have any ideas or anything, I don't really know, just any ideas on how we could possibly make this a bit more entertaining, or some special rule sets for when we get to a certain area, let us know. And yeah, do you have anything to finish off with, Rick?
No, everybody have a wonderful rest of your day, and we'll catch you in the next Let's Race.
Awesome, yeah. Go purchase one of Rick's awesome shirts as well.
Same. Jesse's got better ones.